Hi, what brought you into our practice?
Well, I have had trouble sleeping for a number of years. I didn't realize that I had sleep apnea, but 17 years ago, I think it is now, or Oz on April 9th, I lost the hearing in my right ear, and I did a lot of health research and discovery to find out why I lost my hearing. And it ultimately came down to I probably had a stroke in my ear and had lack of oxygen. And I discovered after that, subsequent to that, I had a bunch of different conditions, scenarios that exacerbated it and allowed for that event to take place, as it were. But one of those was that I had sleep apnea. And so I was on a journey from then to try and plan out the best thing for my sleep because I wanted oxygen in my brain when I slept. That's kind of important. so, um, so I did a sleep study, and I had sort of a mild, moderate kind of. I don't remember exactly what the numbers were. I think it was sort of 14 or 15, sort of. And so they're like, well, you're right on the cusp of moderate. You could try a CPAP. And so I did. I hated it. And then I subsequently did a mouth guard, those oral appliance. And that worked great, except that it does affect your bite. And that was the challenge because I already had that bite. And that made it worse. So there's that. But I also discovered that I had very narrow nasal passages, so I had surgery to improve that. That helped. I could definitely made a difference, but I still was struggling, and the CPAP was getting harder and harder for me. Oh, I didn't use the CPAP, and then my apnea got worse, so I ultimately needed to get the CPAP, and I did. So it was in the moderate range. I can't remember exactly the name. I was like 18, I think. And yeah, Pete was 18. So then I decided, okay, is there anything else I can do to, because I was on the CPAP and it was really not, I didn't like it. And I managed to use it, but it was not easy. So I did some more research and I discovered Dr. Evans and heard about this palate expansion for adults, looked into it, talked to some people. I knew somebody at my church who had it and went to Dr. Evans. And so I ultimately decided to come. And so that's what brought me here. I guess I came with the hopes that it would make a difference in my sleep. And also the side benefit was that it would mean my bite would be good and hopefully keep my teeth, and I could chew food, and because I had a terrible bite. So there were a couple of benefits that I was looking forward to.
How long have you been out of treatment with Infinity?
So my braces came off in early January of 2026. So 3 months, almost 3 months.
And what is the marked improvement you found post MARPE expansion and braces?
So I can definitely breathe much better through my nose, just in general, during the day, but at night especially. And I think to a large degree that's in part because my bite is so good, and but also because of the expansion in my nose. It was easier to breathe through my nose. I have also gotten, just very recently, as of a week ago, but I just learned yesterday that I did a sleep study and my apnea was down from 18 to 11. So I went from moderate down to mild, which was excellent. And I hoped that it would go down below 5 or 5 or below, which is sort of where you don't need to think about it. But my sleep doctor was thrilled. He was like, wow, that's really good. And so now I have to just sort of figure out what I want to do to care for my sleep at this point. So I'm thrilled. My smile is way nicer, but that wasn't the reason I did it. I did it so I could breathe, so I could chew food, so I wouldn't lose my teeth, because I'm also under care of the periodontist, and I will need to do, and I knew I needed to care for that beforehand. Probably should have done some work before I started the expanding with the periodontist, then haven't done this, then anyway, it's quite a complex scenario. But I'm very happy. I can sleep so much better. I'm much less tired. I don't yawn throughout the day all day long. So good improvements.
Well, it was a pleasure being part of your care team. Thank you for helping us today.
Yeah, thank you.